And good evening. Welcome to a Football Friday night. What a beautiful evening for football all around mid-Missouri. We'll begin our coverage in Jefferson City, Helias and Hickman at Adkins Stadium, where we celebrated our first Central Bank KRCG tailgate. Lots of those shirts in the crowd. Hickman coach Jarnell Monroe says he didn't get one. Second drive for Helias ends with a Wyatt Porter touchdown run on the keeper, 7-0 Crusaders. Into the second quarter, J.C. Shimagala boots the 26-yard field goal. It was a 10-0 Helias advantage. Senior captain Brock Gersner on crutches after suffering a broken ankle in practice a week ago. Still an inspiration to his team. Garrett Bush-Jost carries in from a yard out. It was 17-0 Helias at halftime, but in football, you play two halves. And the second half was completely different. Mason Murray, the Hickman senior quarterback, hits Grant Jones, the first of 3 touchdown tosses. This makes it 17-7. This one makes it 17-14. Cupes trailing by only 3. And the Hickman Cupies outgained Helias 281-66 in the second half. Cupes take the lead in the fourth quarter just as Keith in for the touchdown. Hickman comes back and stuns Helias, 27-17 the final. Cupies even up at 2-2. Helias falls to 2-2 on the season. Our KRCG sports writer Tom Leffler has the complete story. Check it out on the sports page at connectmidmissouri.com. Leffler's link, one of the most creative sports writers around. In Columbia, the Rockbridge Bruins off to a perfect 3-0 start, ranked number 1 in our KRCG Mid-Missouri Prep Power Poll, number 2 in the state rankings. Rockbridge starting the scoring in the first quarter. Eli Stout breaks a tackle. He's gone 43 yards for the touchdown. 7-0 Bruin Bears on top. Ray Peck, though, answered with a touchdown pass. Reed Davis throws the fade to Scotty Schaffner. It's a 7-7 game. Bruins go back on top in the second quarter. Logan Tweehouse throws the slant to Alex Ofadale, who takes it in for the touchdown. Rockbridge led it 21-14 going into the half, but Ray Peck came back to win this game, 31-21, handing the Bruins their first loss of the season. Moving to the east side of Columbia, the Battle Spartans back on the home field hosting Carnahan High. The Spartans had the early lead, but Carnahan fighting back. Cougars pull within 7 on this touchdown pass to Chavez Hine. Battle defense playing well. Spartan defense holding in the third. Cougars would score twice to take the lead, but Battle rallies back with 28 unanswered. The Spartans go on to win this thing 49-28. Battle is 3-1. A battle of the unbeaten tonight in Moberly. Tony Mullen watched the 3-0 Spartans and the surprising 3-0 Fulton Hornets. Tony?
Well, that's right, Rod. It had been 5 years since Fulton put together a 3-game win streak. Pat Kelly's squad took its perfect record on the road tonight. Fulton matched with a very good Moberly Spartan team. Only one would leave this thing unbeaten on the season. Fulton opened the scoring in the first quarter. These two have connected a few times. Joe Schlemeyer to Dalton Horstmeyer. Nice grab, 75 yards. And Fulton takes the early 7-0 lead. Moberly would tie it up, though, late in the first quarter after a bad Fulton snap on a punt attempt. Justin Conaway hits Blake Joyner. He cruises in, 7-7 game. Stayed that way until the second quarter. Greg Bain for Moberly. Look at this run to the sideline. Bowls over one tackler, bowls over another one, stays in bounds. Would have been a great touchdown, but he was down at the 1-yard line. No problem, though. Next play, the quarterback Conaway calls his own number in for the score, 14-7. That was the halftime score. All Moberly in the second half. The Spartans win it big on homecoming, 43-7 over Fulton. Good win for Moberly. They go to 4-0 on the year. Back to you, Rod.
All right, thanks a lot, Tony. The California Pintos look awfully good again this year. 3 wins in the first 3 weeks, but there's one thing they had not done all season. Play a home game. Finally, stepping onto Riley Field tonight in California, the Pintos hosting Hallsville. California's Walker Bogart with the nice 44-yard touchdown run around the near side, and he finds the end zone. That was just the beginning of a big night for the Pintos again. California's Luke Berger will take this one in a few plays later for the touchdown. Boys in blue looking tough again tonight. Jerry Lutz has had a nice year. How about this 23-yard run up the gut? He will find the end zone. Add 6 more for the Pintos. California up 36-8 at the half. And look at this one. A touchdown by Jaden Barr going up top to Drew Wharton. This one covering 66 yards. Pintos win it big, 57-8 over Hallsville. The Blair Oaks Falcons returning to the home field in Wardsville tonight, welcoming the Southern Boone Eagles. Another quick start for Blair Oaks. Dominic Jamerson, 74-yard touchdown. He had 140 yards on 5 carries tonight. It was 7-0 Blair Oaks early. Next possession, Caleb Bischoff. 4th and 1. He gets a lot more than that. 25-yard touchdown. Bischoff with 130 yards rushing. 14-0 Blair Oaks at the end of the first quarter. More fireworks in the second quarter. Quarterback Jordan Hare throws 3 touchdown passes. 41-yarder to Hayden Locke, also connecting with Jamerson and Michael Draley. 34-0 Blair Oaks at the half. The Falcons add 2 second-half touchdowns, a big shutout win. 48-0 Blair Oaks is 3-1. A special reunion tonight in Centralia honoring the Panthers' 2003 state championship team. The 2013 Centralia Panthers on the home field entertaining South Shelby. Panthers marching 83 yards on their first drive. Zach Etzler, the quarterback, caps it off with a 24-yard touchdown. 7-0 Panthers. Next Centralia drive, Etzler completing to Gannon Peevler. Check out the big stiff arm by Peevler. He's gone 53 yards down the near sideline. 14-0. The route was on. First play of the second quarter. Etzler again, 16 yards on the quarterback keep for Centralia. Celebrates in style, 50-0 over South Shelby. We have only just begun. More from Eldon, Versailles, Tolton, North Callaway, and South Callaway. Stay with us on a Football Friday night. Welcome back to KRCG's Football Friday night. Tim Rulo and the South Callaway Bulldogs have won 10 games in each of the last 3 seasons. They're on pace to do that again. South Callaway 3-0, going for 4 tonight, hosting the Herman Bearcats. South Callaway scoreless in the second quarter until Troy Henches gives to Garner Rudroff. That's a 5-yard touchdown. 6-0 Bulldogs. That was all the offense in the first half. A lot of defense after that. Herman with the pick here. Jordan Light intercepts Henches on that pass. Herman crowd likes that. Another INT for the visiting Bearcats. Craig Winkleman with the pick. But South Callaway took care of business in the second half. They win it 31-6. The Bulldogs are a perfect 4-0. The Osage Indians started the season with losses to Fulton and Moberly, 2 very good teams. Flag flying out at Versailles tonight. Taking on the Tigers. Versailles trying to move the ball, but a lot of defense by Osage linebacker Jeb Robinson on the tackle. Indians driving. Austin Riley with his slant pass to Justin Heiser puts Osage into the red zone, and that would set up a quarterback sweep. Austin Riley goes in for the score, one of many for the Osage Indians. Indians win big, 57-0 over Osage. In Eldon tonight, it was homecoming for Shannon Jolly and the Mustangs, welcoming the Warsaw Wildcats, who came in at 3-0. Eldon, wow, they ran all over the place. Wyatt Greenwald, what a night for that young man, and for this young woman, Katie Partridge, the homecoming queen. Here's Greenwald going 80 yards for the Mustang touchdown. He had 185 on the night, 3 touchdowns. Dalton Lister, 9 carries, 160 yards. 434 yards on the ground for Eldon. They win it 62-19 tonight over Warsaw. Camdenton comes back to beat, actually Kickapoo comes back to beat Camdenton 21-19. The final there as the Chiefs are victorious. First loss of the year for Camdenton. Rolla losing to Joplin. It was Owensville falling to St. James. Montgomery beats Orchard Farm 35-9. Good win for the Cats. Marshall edges past Kirksville by a point. It was Booneville big over Knob Nostra on homecoming for the Pirates. The Mexico Bulldogs traveling to Northeast Missouri, facing an always tough Hannibal Pirate team. Tyler Brock, the quarterback, in for the sneak for the Dogs. Mexico really gave this one a fight tonight, but the Hannibal quarterback, Austin Kirby, connects on a touchdown pass to Dalton Overstreet. Mexico nearly pulls off the upset, but the Pirates win it by 1, 21-20 over Mexico. Back to Callaway County, the North Callaway T-Birds battling Bowling Green, the visiting Bobcats on top of this game. Quarterback Jacob Niemeyer throws to Corey Brown, 4th down, 19-yard touchdown pass. Bowling Green led 21-12 at the half. North Callaway, though, comes back second half. Branson Cole to Justin Menard, 18-yard touchdown. It was a 29-18 game at that point. Bowling Green, though, will win it 49-34 over North Cal. The Father Tolton High Trailblazers taking on Tipton tonight. The Cardinals trying to even up after losing their first 2 games of the season. Tipton on the board first. Nigel Merchant takes the reverse handoff, breaks a few tackles. Look at this impressive play. He will finally dive into the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0 lead. That was it at halftime for Tipton. Tolton takes the lead 13-12 with 7 minutes left in the fourth. Andrew Long with a sack to hold Tipton on a 4th down play. The Cardinals regained the lead with a touchdown, 4 minutes left. Tipton wins it 20-13 over Father Tolton. Westran, big win over Schuyler County. Zane Jacoby, 222 yards rushing, 132 yards passing, 4 touchdowns combined for Jacoby. Salisbury, big over North Shelby tonight. It was Grain Valley beating Smith Cotton 37-14. Slater falls to Sacred Heart. The Gremlins win big. Colcamp over Fayette 36-zip. And the Paris Coyotes win it 44-38, while Van Far falls to Wright City. Our Football Friday Night Defensive Play of the Night is called our Steve's Pest Control Defensive Pest of the Night from Blair Oaks. Hayden Locke in the Southern Boone backfield. Falcons throw a shutout. Pick up the Steve's Pest Control Defensive Pest of the Night. Pizza Hut Team of the Night honors go as voted on by our Football Friday Night crew. The Hickman Cupies win it, outscoring Helias 27-0 in the second half. Arnell Monroe, take your team out to Pizza Hut. They deserve it. For all the scores and features, our KRCG Prep Power Poll, the voting for the High School Play of the Week, go to High School Football Central on our sports page at connectmidmissouri.com. That is it for week number 4. Hard to believe next Friday marks the midway point of the high school season. Big thanks to our KRCG crew led by Tony Mullen, TJ Fensky, Seth Trotter, MJ's dad, Brandon McElwain, Phil Tresser, Madison Walker, Lucas Bond, producer Jenny Weiser, and great to have Chris Kelly back in the director's chair tonight. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.
KRCG's High School Football Friday Night has been brought to you by GFI Digital, Hawthorne Bank, Westminster College, Capital City Christian Church, St. Mary's Sports Medicine, Rourke Aluminum, Randy Kaiser, State Farm Insurance, Steve's Pest Control, and Custom Screen Printing and Embroidery.